everyone. Hello. Hello, Ralucci. How are you? Hello, Finest Shandy. Shalafia. Hi, everyone. Hello, TikTok family, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Hello. Hello, Miss Sabina. How are you? Anthony Sennett, how are you? I'm good. Hello, Miss Edna Sanctuary. How my babies doing? Lafia and Yoki, we thank God. Good evening, Miss Sabina. I hope you had a wonderful birthday. Happy birthday yesterday. Listen, I didn't think I was going to come yesterday because it's like I got a text, but I hope your birthday was amazing. Are you ready to make the announcement? Do you have your selection yet? Good evening, everybody. Hi, everyone. Come on in. Say hello. If this is your first time joining us, you're going to bring them to me for a summer. No, please. No, please. I'm even putting please. No. I'm trying to find where to put mine for summer. No. Okay. Who's putting you? Yes, that's what I'm going to think. I'm going to do. Miss Savannah, how was your birthday? Happy belated birthday. That's good. What did you do? Please don't tell me you cooked Ghana jollof rice. Like, yeah. Please don't tell me that's what you did. Hi, everyone. You have a pick. Awesome. All right. So we're going to get to that at the end of the night. So whoever it is, you want to stay tuned to know if you're the one Miss Sabina selected. And so that's going to be a half an hour consultation. And once you are selected, contact us at info@olalayelawfirm.com with your full name. Well, I get Miss Sabina is going to let us know when to. Hold on 1 second. This one, Simone. When to respond, how to staycation. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do, basically. Jollof from break. Okay, let it stay on break. Yeah, no GH jollof. Let it stay on break. Yeah. Anyway, hi everybody. This is Attorney Abisola Adebola Olale, immigration attorney based in Alabama, representing immigration clients in all 50 states. Come on in. I want to believe this is the most positive, encouraging, and just motivating platform on social media when it comes to all things immigration. So if you're joining us and you're like, okay, what is she talking about? Welcome. You didn't stumble. There is no coincidence with God. If God brought you this, if you join us, that means God brought you this way. That means you're supposed to be here and share your testimony or rejoice to others or use their stories as a point of contact to your life and see how God is going to turn things around for you. Okay, so I'm an immigration attorney representing immigration clients in all 50 states. If you've got an immigration case, if it's a case step that we handle, we do represent immigration clients in all 50 states. So contact our office at 334-341-4475. We're still having issues with our text messages. So for text message, you've got to go on WhatsApp. There's something about registration that is still delayed, SMS, whatever that is. But it's still the same number, 334-341-4475. And for those in the Dallas area, I'm not sure those in the Houston area were affected, but for those in Dallas, Texas area, hope you're all fine, because there was, really, really bad storm that a lot of people are still out of power. I'm hoping that y'all are fine. Things are getting back into some kind of normalcy, and praying that God gives you restoration in every aspect. Praying for you and yours. So yeah, Anyway, please text us on WhatsApp. You need to send us a text on WhatsApp. Same number 334-341-4475. And please let me say this: those evildoers are still at it again, in the sense of scamming people out of their hard-earned money, and claiming to be me. Yes, we do not have any. We don't have any other number outside of the 334. Well, we do, outside of the 334 area code. So 334-341-4475 or 4482. Those are the only two numbers we use. If someone is texting you, and we do not ask people to send us payment. We don't. If you are retaining my services, anything as far as financial agreement and payments instructions and all that is going to be between you and me. Okay? And it's not going to be through text. It's going to be through my email that's got my law firm. That if we're getting to the point of you signing a contract, that means you and I already had previous conversations, and so you already have my email. We don't have any. The letter's name was Alexander, whatever. There's no Alexander working in my firm, please. And we don't have Zelle. We do not have Cash App. We're not going to tell you to send us money for consultation. It's out there. So please be wise. Educate yourself. When in doubt, send a text or a number. When in doubt, call our office. Once again, another person is out of their money. They're having to file with their bank. And it's ridiculous, And we help whatever way we can, but yeah, so that's where it is. But anyway, please like, share, follow, subscribe to our YouTube channel. All of that will be very much appreciated. Wherever you thank you, Mr. It's frustrating. I think I've gotten to the point where it's frustrating, but I've made a complaint several times. But the issue we're having with my law enforcement agents, because I do across state lines work, and most of those numbers, when we report them, they're burning numbers, and once they get their target, they move on to the next thing. And I mean, it's the audacity of even using my identity to scam people. I'm just not even sure how people go to bed at night doing that to innocent people. I'm not sure how you sleep with yours. How do you go to bed and close your eyes and think you're just going to be at peace? But that's what we're dealing with. So please educate yourself. Don't fall victim. And when in doubt, always call us, and we'll be able to clarify. It's very frustrating, because then it's like someone using your email. Thank you, Fanny Shani. No Zelle, no Cash App. No, we have PayPal account though. We have but when it comes to payment as far as how you get how you pay us, we don't ever ask you for payment information. And every single payment goes through our LawPay third-party credit card processing site. It would have my logo on it, and it has to go through a secured site. No one is going to tell you to wire or transfer money to any account. So, and when it comes to that you're not paying into our PayPal account for any reason whatsoever, please. PayPal account, we have it because of business transactions that I run with other firms. So anyway, thank you. All right, let's talk immigration, people. What are we talking about tonight? Let's talk about parole in place for undocumented immigrants. So if you've been hearing anything about parole in place, then you want to hear this. Now, just to be clear, let me make it very clear. I love apply. No, because this is because the reason I'm doing this tonight is, so we had like 3 calls today where people were called us, 3 specific calls, like that someone, one of them was wise enough to say, hey, I don't think this is what they called us. Someone is telling one of the calls happened to be someone claiming that someone from my firm told them to pay money for parole in place. So obviously this is going to be personal for me. Please hear me loud and clear when I tell you parole in place for undocumented immigrants is right now, as far as it relates to everyone else outside of military family members, is not in effect. There are people already charging people for parole in place because the Biden administration is considering putting a program in place like that, similar to what they have for family members of military servicemen and women. But there is nothing in place yet. So if someone is telling you, and you're not a relative or a military member, and they're telling you to come make payment because they can get your parole in place, understand straight up you're being scammed as of today, because it's not in effect. It's just a potential. So parole in place right now, as we know it with immigration, only applies to family members of military men and women. And so basically, you must be a family member of a serviceman or woman, Navy, Air Force, Army, Reserve. Let me read it through here. So if you are requested as a family member of a military member, if you're requesting parole in place, you have to be able to show documentation of your relationship with the military member. So evidence that your family member is obviously a current or former member of the U.S. Armed Forces, that evidence that you are, their parent, evidence that you are their child, evidence that you are their spouse. That is what is currently in place. What does that actually do? It allows, this is specifically for undocumented immigrants. If you are someone who is documented, meaning you came in legally with a visa, this is not applicable to you. This is applicable to those who, this is applicable to those who actually came in without inspection and are family members of military men and women. So parents, even if the person is passed away, widower, parents, spouses, children. So what it does is it allows you to apply for parole in place in 1 year increments, and it is safeguarding you from being placed in deportation. So once you have the parole in place as a family member of a military serviceman or woman, you're going to have, you file an I-131. So once it's approved, and then once it's approved, you can actually apply for work authorization. And it safeguards you from deportation in 1 year increments, so you can always renew it. Once you're granted that parole, you can actually now become eligible to apply for adjustment of status. Because normally, if someone comes in without inspection, so an example, you get married you come into the country, you get married to a U.S. citizen, but you didn't come in where you were inspected or admitted or with a legal visa. So basically, you entered without inspection. That's what that is. If you're a member of a military man or woman, then you will qualify or become eligible for at least the parole in place. Let me adjust this. Okay, so that's what you need. So that's in place right now for the family members of military servicemen and women. The Biden administration, however, is now considering a similar program for undocumented immigrants who are married to U.S. citizens. So if you are the spouse of a U.S. citizen, you don't have that U.S. citizen doesn't have to be in the military, just regular civilians like you and I. But that spouse that entered without inspection, because the I-130 can be filed, but if you enter without inspection, regardless of whether you're married to a citizen, you're not going to be eligible to apply for a green card in the country. You would have to apply. Come on in, baby. What you got?
Are you drinking that soda in the fridge?
Come on, say hi. Come on, baby. That's my handsome kid. Say hi, kiddo.
What's good?
What's good? You're talking of the lime one?
Yeah.
You can have it. So if you're married to a citizen, you come in and you're coming without inspection. Even though that's the citizen spouse can file an I-130 for you, you're not going to be eligible to apply for a green card because you entered without inspection. If the administration, this current administration, hopefully they do it before the elections, if they actually go ahead to do the parole in place for spouses of U.S. citizens, this will specifically address the issue of those who are married to citizens but entered without inspection and are unable to apply for green card in a country and having to apply for a waiver of the unlawful presence, which is a 601A, have that approved, and then have to go to the embassy or consulate to apply for an immigrant visa. If this is implemented, this is going to take the place of them having to leave to file a 601, and here's why. 601A, and here's why. The parole in place allows them to now have safeguard against deportation, allows them to work, and then allows them to be able to go back and come in and be paroled back into the country legally, and then eventually become eligible to apply for adjustment of status. But hear me loud and clear. So if this falls, if this applies to you or somebody you know, please share the video with them so they know there's something that is in the works that may be applicable to them. I've got quite a number of clients that are already told that this maybe, if this works, that would be perfect. Because I've got quite a number of clients where we have an I-130 that's a standalone. I've got quite a number of clients where we have an I-601A because of the unlawful presence. So we have to get it approved, which takes 6 years. And they have to now leave the country to apply for an immigrant visa. No guarantee that something else will come up. So this is going to take the place of them having to leave, because then they have basically deferred action. But now they can also use that to gain, to be paroled in and gain admission that makes them to have the basis to now apply for the green card itself without having to leave. This is the most important part. If you're not a member, a family member of a military service man or woman, it is not in effect yet. So someone calling our office and saying someone told me to come pay through because they used my name, saying they were going to help them file parole in place, and they called to verify is that us? It wasn't us. Thank God they were able to do that. But no one should be able to sell you on any application for parole in place right now. If you're not in, if your family member is not in, your citizen spouse is not a family, military man or military woman, Air Force, Navy, or former or a veteran, I should say, this is not applicable to you as we speak. It is still something in the works. So if someone is telling you to pay for that program, it is not in effect. Nothing has been implemented. Nothing has been done. There is no effective date, because you already know if it's in effect. You're hearing it from me real fast. So until that time comes, just so that's going to be a possibility for those who enter without inspection. Right now, it's just a proposal, a potential benefit. Nothing is in the works. So please do your homework. Don't be scammed. And fingers crossed, hopefully we're going to get that program to be implemented. Hopefully before the elections come around, because, elections are like, what, 5-6 months from now? A whole lot are going to be. Yeah, scammers are out there. And that's all she wrote, people. So do your homework. The more you know. Let's get to questions. Please, please, please do not repeat your questions. Please. If you repeat your question, meaning you put your question in the comment section more than once, I am going to skip it. So please try not to do that. I really would appreciate that. So questions. Disclaimer. General information. Nothing specific to your case. No. Now. That's just like you ask me a question and I say, well, generally, this is what applies. But if you need to schedule a consultation, Miss Pinky, I'm sure you know that I respond to emails within 72 hours. So if you just send me an email today, then it's still within 72 hours. Okay. So please just let's help me help you. But if you need to schedule a consultation with us, go on our website. Do not send money to anyone. Let me tell you how much no one, whether it be Lydia or no one, is going to ask you for payment information for consultation. I've already told them, if you do that, you're going to get fired. That's how much I safeguard your information. If you're having issues, if you're having issues with Schedule a consultation. Know that you can call our office for someone to help to answer the questions you have. But no, we're not because we have people say, "Can you please help me make a consultation?" No, we're not going to take permission. You've got to do it yourself, or find someone to help you do it. You will enter the information yourself. That I can't get it more secure than that. Hey, my mama's on. Hey, mama, y'all say hello to my mom. I did too. Um, Thank you. Yeah, you're going to do yourself. Not going even for those who because we offer payment plans, right? I handle that personally. If you're not speaking with me, that's not, and that's after you retain my that's like behind closed doors kind of thing. So I've done everything I can possibly do on my hi mama on my part to safeguarding your information. Please just don't fall. Do your research, verify, and we will be more than happy to help you out if you falling victim of these people. All right. Hello, Patricia from hold on one second. Let me do this here. Okay. Patricia from Sacramento, California. Thank you for joining in. How are you? Nice to meet you. Please share, kindly like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so. If you're just joining us, we do this to come together as immigrants, talk about all things immigration, make fun of Ghanaian jollof rice, pray for one another, tell our stories, encourage one another. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and talk about all things immigration and zero tolerance for negativity. So come on in. Please share. Hello, Miss Martha. How are you? Appreciate that. Okay, let me go. I usually come back to Instagram. Let's start with Instagram today. Or let me start in the middle. All righty. Mr. Ben, are you ready? We got to let's see. Hello, Essentials. How are you? Yeah, bringing your kids here. I love my niece and nephew from afar. I'm not doing it. Let me go, my babysitter. Not she. Y'all need to go. No Memorial Day discount. No. Let's see. Next year. I didn't say it. Shani said it. Yeah, Ghana jollof rice needs to stay on break for life. Yeah, I said it. All your Ghanaians, I know you're coming from me. I know. I said it. I said what I said. And I'm not even kidding, for real. Because I took my kids to a restaurant where really it says Ghanaian jollof rice. I'm not sure if the person was just kidding or trying to play pranks on us. Let's just say my kids didn't even eat like 3 spoons of the rice. Now, they may just call it that. It may not be that. Just saying. Is there a way for someone who applied for VA but denied based on allegations on Niger divorce? It depends on what it is on the Niger divorce that was the basis of denial. Because I've had cases where it's been remanded when it was denied based on Nigerian divorce decree. So it just depends on what the ground exact reason or exact issue with the divorce decree was, and that's one thing you sit down with a lawyer to figure out. Come on in and share. Thank you, Finest Shandy. I can't see. It's like when people have to wise up. The online law firm number is everywhere in the videos. I see you. I mean, I've done everything I can possibly do to prevent this. So, you know, let's see. Before I lose power here. Hold on one second. Let's see. Okay, I think I am. And we back on. Okay, we're back. Please do yourself a favor. It really is. Hello, Epic Movement. How are you? Payment is the risk. It is. Welcome people to the most positive immigration space and social space. Okay, let's see. My friend told me she loved your consultation. She was happy she did not have to leave the country. See, I know she did. She was excited because she was like, I know how I have to leave. I'm like, no, you don't. You ain't going nowhere. See what you got? That's proof that you ain't going anywhere. I'm glad she did. That's why I do what I do, so people can be informed and educated. Yeah. See, everybody says hi. That's my baby. Yeah. Somebody says, "What's good?" See, you already know his vocabulary. Like, what's good? That's my baby. 13 and a half baby. But still a baby either way. So people are catching out immigrants. Yes, they are, and even trying to get someone to pay for this parole in place program. That's not even. It's just in the works. They're not even saying anything specifically, and you're going to. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the kind of person we are. They've been calling me, telling me my package is a CBP. Oh my god! They should keep the package. Oh my. Roger, I'm telling you. Okay. Let's see. Have you tried Sierra Leone jollof rice? And not trying anything after trying Ghanaian jollof. Not doing it. Can't wait to have this in DMV. I'm not eating Ghanaian jollof rice. I'm not. That's the one thing I'm not doing again. Drum roll, please. We got to lock in. Okay, just 1 second. When can we put in our petition after marriage? There is no set time to file your case after you get married. I always tell people that your gathering of evidence doesn't start when you get married. Gathering your evidence should start from the time you start dating. I can't even tell you how many cases where we filed up shortly after marriage, where the bulk of our evidence was what the couple had acquired prior to the marriage. So do not take or underestimate the power of your evidence before you get married. Now, if it was a case where you met the person at the Walmart gas station, right? So I meeting on the gas station Walmart. And then the next thing it's married in like 2 weeks. And then the clothes you wore to Walmart the day you met are the same clothes you got married in at the courthouse. I'm not talking to you. Not talking to you. That's your case. Because, yeah. Am I right? I'm talking about actually having. You've got to understand that your text message while you're dating. The whole point of a marriage case is what was your motive at the inception of your marriage? Did you have the intention to have life together at the time you got married, not after you got married? At the time you got married, was it that plan, and not for immigration purposes? So your evidence, your everyday photographs, your text messages, your video chats, your grocery shopping, all of that, your date nights, those are things that lead up to show that you actually had plans to be together from even before you got married. So it's not about how soon after you get married that you file. It's more about what evidence you have that's going to show that your marriage is real, regardless of how long after you get married that you file. Ghana is collect straight bullet immigration law. Ain't getting involved. Hello, Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy. I'm sorry. Hello, 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. Hello, Miss Peggy. For your part, forgive me, I beg. Oh Lord, I'm working on getting my wife here from West Africa. Now, the one more evidence is there such a thing as too much evidence? There's nothing like too much evidence. But if you are, there's no such thing as too much evidence. However, keep in mind that something that may be a red flag in USCI's world is if you've got a very, very strong intact case where it is everything is so on right on point, USCI's most likely will call you in for an interview because it looks like you have left no room for errors, and that's just not normal life. So you can't actually have a problem with overwhelming evidence that is just so much targeted, if you understand what I mean. So, just you gotta have to find a balance. Hello, Miss Ola, how are you? Hello, Miss Peggy. My day was fine. My apologies, please. I was F1, and when I signed W9, I signed as a US person. Does this affect me getting green card or person citizenship? Generally, that is a big no-no. Generally, if you've ever claimed to be a US citizen, there is no waiver for that, and that can be a permanent bar in the sense of that person may never be able to get a green card. So there's a way you can correct that to make sure that maybe it was an error, something. That's what I would say you have to do. I currently have a pending VAWA application. And talking of VAWA applications, congratulations to Mr. A. His VAWA case was approved today. We sent in an expedite request May 1st. I think it was May 1st or 2nd. Got that approved May the 8th. The expedite request was approved May 8th. In 3 weeks, it will be 3 weeks tomorrow. Got the VAWA case approved today. He literally was crying. I called him twice. First time I called him, I had to call him back because he's been through a lot, and just being able to share that news with him there's nothing that compares. Currently have a VAWA, so congratulations, Mr. A, if you're watching. VAWA case, but mistakenly got. Okay. It's 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. You currently have a pending VAWA case, but you mistakenly got pregnant. How do you mistakenly get pregnant? I'm trying to think. 30. I've had 2 kids, so I've been pregnant twice. I've had 2 kids. It wasn't a mistake though. How do you mistakenly get pregnant? Because I'm trying to make it make sense. How like Mary, the mother of Jesus, but you mistakenly got pregnant, okay, and the baby is not for your abuser, okay. Who do I put as a father of my child's birth certificate? Why are you dragging me into this? Why? Please help me. Why? But why? Like, how am I supposed to answer that question? Like, okay. Not the woman can. All right, let me see. Okay. You're welcome. How can someone change their status being here for over 11 years? Sit down with a lawyer and see what you may qualify for. I didn't sign as a US, it's a 1099 job, and they said sign as a US person. I thought it meant as someone who resides in the US. It's not about what you think, it's about what you did. USCIs, that's why you need to correct that. If you go on the W9 form, and I'm not sure there's any part in W9 form that says the US. Okay, I do as a business, so I'm an independent contractor, but If you signed any paper that indicates that you're U.S. citizen, you're not, you want to clarify that, because that can actually prevent you from ever getting a green card. Just so you know, it's not a case of back and forth. That's what the law is. Yes. That every child is a blessing from God. There's no. I don't understand they mistakenly got pregnant, but every child is a blessing. There's no child that is conceived or born that God did not speak into existence. Can I send for my wife on the visitor visa while I wait for the I-130, I-29F to be approved? They say consider you can't send for your wife on a visitor visa. Your wife can apply for a visitor visa, but the thing you're going to have a hard time proving is that hard time proving that she's going to be here for a temporary visa, which is what the intent is for a visitor visa. But then if you already filed an I-29F for a K3 visa, so she can be here while the case is being processed, why is she applying for a visitor visa again? I'm trying to understand why you're filing so many things. Okay. How am I being dragged into that? Okay, you didn't want the relationship was a mistake. Okay. Yeah, and I get it, right? But how do you want me to answer the question whose name you should put on the birth certificate? 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕, how are you? Okay. All right, let's go to TikTok. We'll circle back around again. I mean, I can ask, there's some questions I can't answer. Ask me immigration questions, please. Immigration related questions. Please always cover yourself. NAFRI. What I wear is absolutely none of your business. If you don't like women who wear sleeveless, that's up to you. It's none of your business what I wear. You don't like it, you can go somewhere else. So let me help you out and take you out completely. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, there we go. Makes it a lot easier for you. Thank you for everything. I will be paying for your consultation. I really need your help. If we can help you, please call 334-341-4475 or send a text to that number on WhatsApp. Our regular text line is not working right now. So even people may have sent us text, but we're not getting it because our SMS registration is paused. So yeah, whatever. So we can only get it on WhatsApp. Cooked some today. Love jollof rice, and I'm Jamaican. Jollof rice is just a staple in every country now, I think. Does USCI send error messages about action on your case and nothing changed? Yes, they do. They do. All day, every day. After my husband's interview, they kept his passport but put in administrative processing and waiting 8 months. So what's your question? My mom cannot read or write. How would she become a citizen since she can't read or write? Let your mom see a physician and see if she's going to qualify for a medical exemption. If she does, then the physician will have to complete, I want to say it's the N648 form. Don't quote me on that. And then you can apply for that. Okay. Filing I-864 for parents abroad cannot list a relative's address as in care of regarding parents. You can. Generally you can. This lawyer, I love you. Okay, thank you. Okay, we're knowledgeable. Thank you, princess. Good evening, Alayo. Number is 334-341-4475. But please note, Bolande Alayo, if you need to talk to me, you're going to have to schedule a paid consultation. The easiest way is go on our website, olalayalawfirm.com. That's the easiest, fastest way for you to do that, because it's still going to be some, us sending you a link to do that. So that's going to be the easiest way for you. Thank you, Miss Judy. Yeah, and it's actually posted in the beginning of the chat. Thank you, Miss Yasmin. Everybody's like, okay, your phone number. Y'all are just my people. Do you offer asylum case services or advice? We do. I represent asylum clients, applicants as well. Oh, Miss Alainka, send me an email, because actually what we talked about this night is applicable to you. So send me an email. Do I help with asylum denial cases? It depends on what you mean denial. If you're talking about having gone to court and you've now been ordered removed, I do not. If you're talking about being denied, basically being referred to immigration court by USCIS, then we do. I have not received the interview letter and not available on my account too. Okay, I think I know what this is. Contact USCIS and ask them for it. Contact USCIS. My husband passed away before I put in my paperwork. What can I do? Sit down with a lawyer, but you may be able to file a widow's petition I-360. But sit down with a lawyer and see if you're going to be eligible for that. Well, my guess is, yeah, it happens. How long is N400 taking now? Anything as far as present times, please go on uscis.gov/present times. What I'll say is N400 is moving pretty fast this last few months. And I think a big part of that is because of the upcoming elections. They're trying to get as many people to become citizens as possible. So, and can I just say, y'all, thank you for not repeating questions. See how real quick that went. And I truly, truly appreciate that. Thank you. That really helped. I'm trying to file for my dad, but I'm in college. Will me not having steady income affect filing? No. As long as you're 21 years, obviously citizen, 21 years or older, being a student, all you're just going to have to do, you're still going to have to submit an I-864 form, an explanation of why you don't file taxes. And then you get a joint sponsor who's going to also submit an I-864 form and then submit their taxes. So you need a joint sponsor because you're still a student right now, but because you're a student does not prevent you from filing an I-130 on behalf of or your data adjustment status based on that. I married my U.S. citizen partner after 100 days of entry into the United States. It's day 110, too early to adjust. Generally, and USCIS has actually done away with the 90-day rule, but it's still discretionary. So if you are on day 110, then I guess you should be fine, but I wouldn't see any issues with that. I have an H-1B status, also have a pending adjustment of status. I have an emergency to travel. Should I get the visa? So you with an H-1B, the good thing about the H-1B status is it's a dual intent visa status. So basically what that allows you to do is even if you leave the country without an approved I-131 advanced parole, your 485, your green card application is not going to be deemed that you've abandoned that because you have an H-1B status. But if you travel without the advanced parole, make sure, and you don't have a valid stamp, then you would need to get an H-1B stamp for you to be able to come in and resume your application. So you traveling without an advanced parole does not abandon your I-485 because you have an H-1B visa, but you're going to need a visa stamp to come back in. I hope that answers your question. Or alternatively, schedule an appointment for an emergent I-131 and see if that works. If it doesn't work, then you have the option of going and then coming back as long as you have a valid visa and employment letter from your employer saying you're still working with them, and your most recent two most recent pay stubs. Tinu told me. I'm trying to think who that is. Is that a client? What? If you don't mind sharing your full name, 𝒊𝒎𝒏𝒕, I don't know. I don't know who that is. Can I put a photocopy of my visa to renew my daughter's visa back home without any issues? Can I put a photocopy of my visa to renew my daughter's visa back home without any issue? I'm not sure I'm following what you're asking me. I'm not sure I'm following. Okay, let's see. Oh, oh, Miss Omolara, 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. She will know if I'm going to come most of the time. But you know, if there was any updates, we would have reached out. But I think you get updates from us. No, I think you said you don't want any updates unless we actually have an update, something along this. I keep up. I'm aware of all the cases in my firm. So, but you know, I can't possibly keep up with it. So that's why a paralegal is assigned to everyone's case. But if you reach out and it's something you want to discuss, you already know. But we'll see updates in case. Inshallah, I want to know. Thank you, Line for Life. It's good to hear from you, Miss Olara. I know it's you, Pastor Mike. I know it's you. I could tell it was you. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay. Display, Miss Patricia, display your WhatsApp number in text message because it's the same number. If you the same number that is scrolling right across on your screen right now, that is the same number on WhatsApp. So the 334-341-4475 that's scrolling across the screen, that's the same number on WhatsApp. Same number on WhatsApp. So you know that's just the same thing you're going to text on WhatsApp. That's it. How can I expedite my VAWA case? Miss AM, you're going to have, if you have a lawyer in your case, ask them to, you have to have a basis to expedite. You can't just be because you want to. Financial hardship, some kind of medical emergency, something that actually rises up to the level of their categories for expedite. So you just never know unless you try. What I do for my clients, never if you pay for my service to do that, is to do an affidavit. We always have an affidavit, and then if we have corroborating evidence, we submit that as well. I don't have a question, but the processing times of USCIS is absolutely ridiculous. I completely and absolutely agree with you. Yeah. Okay, let's see. All right. Miss Abena, are you going to come? My visa has been approved. Congratulations. USCIS is asking for medical for me and my children. After doing the medical, what are the next steps? You're just going to have to wait and see the person of your I-45. Have someone scheduled for Thursday, 2:30 p.m. Okay, Eshe. My B2 visa was canceled at the border because I was pregnant when entering. My kids are still in the U.S. visiting. Can they stay in the U.S. while my partner files K1 for me? I'm in Canada. Thanks. So when you say inspired by Fallout, when you say can they stay here, are you implying that they're going to be here up until you're able to come in, or they're going to be going back after a certain period of time for visiting? The reason I ask is this: you do not want a situation where U.S. immigration now claims or alleges alien smuggling against you. Alien smuggling, you're going to think, that usually happens if you bring in your child and then you leave. Even though your leaving wasn't intentional, they didn't allow you in, but they may allege that against you, even when you cancel, especially when you cancel the process and then expect you to file a waiver. So if they're going to be going back after a specific period, that's probably going to be best for you. If you leave them here in the United States, that may potentially be an issue you're going to face even when you apply for a K-1 visa. So that's something I think you need to sit down with a lawyer to figure out what the best option is going to be for you and your partner. You're fired tonight. Epic movements. You got to tell her that you don't come for little babies like that. You're cheaper. Yeah. My friend said to say thank you for the 8. Thank you, Epic Movements. No. What I wear is not for everybody. Just like what people wear is not for me. You leave it like some people don't like to show their arms. I am a sleeveless girl. Like, if I had my way, it will be back to the way God made us, which was Adam and Eve. No shame, nothing. But Adam couldn't put his foot down to tell the woman, I ain't eating no apple because you're good. Now here we are. We gotta wear clothes. So whatever clothes works for you, it works. But you ain't gonna tell me to cover up. You don't like it, get the hell out. Simple. I don't even play with such things. Anyway. Can I go ahead and rent an apartment pending my abuse position approval? Aside getting the PO box, you can. Nothing says you've got to be stuck with your abusive spouse. You can move on with your life. Okay, asking if they can stay up there until. So that's basically what I explained. How old are your children? How old are the children we're talking about? Adam did this. We got to 99 degrees today in Alabama. 99. I was like, we've not even started summer. When we start summer, the person who has an issue with me and wearing sleeveless. Let's just leave that alone. 10 and 11. I just want you to be aware that that's going to be a possibility. My mom has come to defend her child. My mom said, "Why you burden yourself with loser?" She said it. I didn't say it. Don't play with me. See, don't play with me. My mama's here. She won't. Thank you. But I don't want you to be in a position where you've got to deal potentially with allegation of alien smuggling. So you've got to be careful about leaving. You've got to be careful about leaving the kids here, and keep in mind that K-1 petition can take. Yeah, we've had cases approved in 2 months, but get ready that it may take up to 6-7 months. And so that means you're going to be starting school. That you just want to be careful where you're looking to get here as soon as you can, but then you don't want them to now raise a new allegation of alien smuggling because you left your children here, and that means you're going to file a waiver of that unlawful presence, and your partner may have to now come down to where you are and marry you and start an I. There's a whole lot that you may be playing with them just staying back. It is best for you, inspired by Parole, to sit down with a lawyer to figure out the best line of action for your family. That's what I would say. This is not a yes/no question, and you just get on the live, and this is not that. You have to make it, because whichever direction you go, there's going to be potentially a domino effect of something. All right, Miss Savannah, you ready for us? Let's see. All right, I think we've got enough of that. Irelati _G5. Thank you. How are you? All right. Okay. Let's see. Akwasi, the reason I can see your question, but the reason it's going to be ignored because you just put your question up 7 times. If I want to transfer my master hearing for individual, if I want to transfer my master hearing for individual, so what's the rest of your question? What's the rest of your question? Okay. All right. Okay. So I expedited my VAWA case, got approved. Congratulations, Miss Grace. December 2023. Now I received RFP 2 weeks ago. Filed. They want RFP to show the marriage was genuine. Okay. I thought you said your VAWA was approved. So you mean, Miss Grace, you mean the expedited request was approved December 2023? Is that what you're saying? Hello, Miss Christiana. God will bless you for all you do, Sister Lawyer. I sent you an email via what I received today. Okay. Okay, my check email me later on. God bless you too. I hope it's some great news that you received from me. Miss Grace, is that what you're saying? You received an RFE 2 weeks ago, but the VAR request was approved in December. Is that what you're saying? If that's the case, what is your question? What do you mean what you do now? If you, I'm hoping you've got a lawyer in you. Okay, so do you have a lawyer in your case? Because I mean, your lawyer should respond and respond with good faith and all that. If you don't have a lawyer in your case, then it's time for you to sit down with a lawyer, and because you don't want to be waiting 3 years and then not get it right. Okay. All right, Mr. Ben. As a green card holder, can I do 3 months in the U.S. and 3 months out of the U.S. twice a year? I always say that if you are planning to become a citizen, keep in mind the frequency of your travel, even if it's not more than 6 months, up to 6 months, the frequency of your travel can still cause a break in the continuous residency, and that may potentially be a problem. What are your consultation durations and prices? The easiest way to know that is on our website, olalayalawfirm.com. But it's 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour, $140, $400, $140, $210, and $250. Okay. Do you want to come on a video, Miss Abena, or you just want to? She's ready. Let me know. Text and let me know. Yeah, well, you're welcome. Are you sending me a video request or yes, no? Or you're just going to say who the winner is? She's shy. Well, why is you shy? Why is you shy? Is it possible to file for VAWA with wedding certificate and some couples pictures? You have to use what you have. And just make sure your declaration is as detailed as possible. Mr. Bennett, we're waiting on you. What do you want to do? So in last week, in celebration of our dearest Miss Bennett's birthday, which was yesterday, and I hope everybody had a great memorial there. And for those who have family members to be remembered, thank you. We appreciate them. And thank you for being part of what they had to sacrifice as well. So Miss Bennett's birthday was yesterday, and in honor of her birthday, we're giving away 1 minutes consultation to discuss your case. It doesn't make any, it's not going to be less because you didn't pay. No, that's what we're doing. So everyone was required to send her a message, and then she makes a okay. She's already made the cut. Should not keep me going. So at hustlers_joins, you are the lucky winner. At hustlers_joins. So contact us at info@𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓.com. So we can give you that information to set up your consultation. You don't have to pay. So it's going to be a very specific link to you. You cannot share it. If you share it, that nullifies your gift. End of story. Then you're going to have to pay. So just so you know. But at hustlers_joins, you are the lucky winner of the 30 minutes consultation. So congrats to you. Thank you, Miss Ola. Congrats to you. Congratulations. Looking forward to talking and speaking with you about your case. So if anybody knows hustlers at _joined, let them know that they are the winner of the 30 minute consultation. So I think we got most questions. Once again, thank you everybody for always stopping by Tuesdays and Thursdays. Please understand that as immigrants, yeah, I think they've tagged him already, or her, whoever. As immigrants, there's so many things that we have to deal with on a daily basis, right? Maybe a blessing. I pray we're able to, have some resolution. Y'all don't even understand sometimes how constitution goes. Like today alone, I had two. One has already been signed up. The other person's still trying to. I had two clients that broke down tears. Because I think sometimes people are looking for a safe space. I'm not a therapist, but sometimes I feel my job just being, I think sometimes people are able to relate to you if they know you understand their journey. And that's what I try to do. I don't get it right all the time, but I try. And so we go through so many things as immigrants that, it's enough. So to have a space like this where we come together to be able to share one another's story and just encourage one another, it is Leap and Pour. That's a new lipstick I got. So it's really, really like ruby red kind of thing. Thank you, 𝒊𝒎𝒂𝒏𝒕. I love the sessions. It's been beneficial for me as well. And so thank you. I do not take it for granted for each spending time with me an hour every Tuesday, Thursday together and praying and prophesying. And so as we continue to do that, and as many people that have reached out and been able to know that their cases are being approved, all those waiting, we are decreeing and declaring that we shall see permanent blessings. We shall all see permanent favors. We shall see permanent success, permanent promotions, permanent breakthroughs, that our expectations will not be cut off. They will not be cut short either. That nobody is going to stand in the way of what God has ordained for us. Because whether any man or woman, as long as you're born of man or woman and you've been spoken into existence by God, you have to obey what he says. So whenever he decides he's going to make your way, in spite of, God will make a way in spite of the doubt, in spite of the attacks, in spite of those who think they want to, take the carpet or the rug off of under you, not knowing that God has already prepared to come back on your behalf. So we have to keep going. We cannot stop. But the prayer is that our enemies will be permanently silenced, that they would see and witness our permanent success. So shall it be for each and every one of us. I'll see you guys